After mounting pressure and numerous calls for change, Ryerson University will officially be renamed. The Board of Governors has approved a motion after numerous recommendations to change the name of the school because of its namesake's ties to residential schools.
It just spoke to the quality of the work that the task force did. The totality of our work, that it made sense. And it was in line with where the university saw itself going.
Years of cries for change from the Indigenous community finally heard.
I think the name Ryerson worked very effectively for the institution for decades. It helped to give instant credibility to a new kind of institution when it was opened in 1948. But we've reached a point now where rather than creating opportunities, the name is impeding opportunities.
The latest development comes after recommendations from the Stand Strong Task Force, who surveyed over 11,000 Ryerson community members on how they would like to see the university reconcile the legacy of Egerton Ryerson.
It's about embracing the opportunity and also taking the next steps for a more inclusive university and also making sure that the reconciliation is at the center of those decisions.
Ryerson was a key architect in the design of the residential school system that tore Indigenous children from their families and were faced with emotional and physical abuse. For years, staff and students had been calling for both the removal of the name and his statue, which was toppled earlier this year, amid the discovery of unmarked grave sites on the grounds of former residential schools.
Simply changing the name of a building or taking down a statue or changing the name of an award is not enough. It needs to be accompanied by action in many other ways to address systemic barriers and inequities that have developed over decades and centuries.
The board also approved all 22 recommendations made by the Special Task Force, including considering a new university-wide protocol for land acknowledgement in consultation with community members, providing opportunities to learn about Indigenous history, and for the toppled statue of Egerton Ryerson not to be replaced.
It's about embracing the opportunity and also taking the next steps for a more inclusive university and also making sure that the reconciliation is at the center of those decisions.
As for what the new name will be, no decisions have been made. However, the school president does say that discussions will begin as soon as the new school year does next month. Nakhavoly, City News.